Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Do you know how I see Ukraine? I see it as a person in the desert with no water for a few days, no water in his possession, no water in the vicinity, and the sun is hot as fuck. And he's just crawling down and he's like, I'm gonna die here, man. And all of a sudden shows a person with water. And he starts giving, Zelensky or Ukraine gives water. And then Zelensky or Ukraine drinks a little bit, drinks and say, God damn it, this water is not cold enough. Now, what would you do? I tell you what I would do. I would turn him upside down and I would jump on his belly until he spills all the water from his stomach that he drank from my bottle. Well, I'm bad. What can I tell you? But this is what I would do. So it's going to be blah, blah, blah. All right. So I want to make sure you don't get sick or anything. And I will leave him over there to die. Right? Or another analogy is when you see a homeless person and you want to do a good deed and you get the homeless person in your house, you give him one bedroom, your bathroom, and you say, hey, if you like steak, I'm going to cook some steak for you. And he'll cook some steak for you, and he's going to tell you that you didn't order this kind of steak, you ordered that kind of steak. He's not going to eat your garbage steak. What would you do? I told you many times what I would do. Grab him by the back of the head, throw him in the road again, kick in the butt, get the fuck out of here. My bad. So, my bad, but you're an asshole. So the same thing is United States of America. United States of America. No, United States. United States of America is the guy who gives water and the guy who gets the homeless in the home to help him. Zelensky or the guys in charge of Ukraine are the guys that are really not, not nice. So what happened? These guys, so obviously you would get anything you can from, from the people. The water is warm, you drink it, don't even have water. So you will take that. Now, unless you know that water is poisoned. Now, if that water is poisoned, you're not going to drink it. But let me show you this example. Well, when the Ukrainians are telling the Australians, and I'm quoting, we don't need your flying trash. So the Australians said, we're going to give you some weapons that probably they commissioned, like many other countries in Europe did. They threw the garbage to the Ukrainians. Remember, the things that they did not use anymore, including the Germans, Leopard 1 and all that, and they want to buy the Americans and Rheinmetall's new stuff. Therefore, you guys go and work for replenishing things that these guys got so, how do you call it? They were so nice about it, so generous. Now we're going to replenish that, go and work for that one. So let me show you this article. What this guy dares to tell the Australians. The New Voice of Ukraine, February 1st, 2024. And I'm quoting, we don't need your flying trash. Misunderstanding scuttles transfer of 41 Australian Hornets to UA, Ukrainian Army. They don't need it, 41 Hornets. Keep your garbage. A senior Ukrainian Air Force official refused an offer from two Australians to receive 41 of the country's decommissioned FA-18 Hornet fighters, bluntly stating that, and I'm quoting, we do not need your flying trash, reported the Australian Financial Review on January 30th. That would not surprise me because Zelensky said talked like that with many guys. Talked with a big Bill Wallace, wasn't his name? No, Bill Wallace. Bill Wallace is a fighter. Ben Wallace, Bill Wallace with the Uramawashi kick. All right, Bill Wallace, not Bill Wallace. Bill Wallace was Chuck Norris and others. No, this is Ben Wallace, a short, fat, bald-headed weasel motherfucker. Anyway, remember, and then he quit politics, Ben Wallace, after Zelensky looked at him like the eye of Sauron. I'm quitting, never to recover. Remember how Zelensky kicked the Bulgarian president in the balls when he visited president or prime minister face to face? When he visited Sofia, the capital, in front of the cameras? Well, that's the way he is. Well, maybe you can call that tough, but remember, you're the guy dying, not Bulgaria. You are the one. The water is not cold enough for me. All right, so let me see these Hornet fighters. See when were they Let me see when they were made. So maybe, you know, there's some garbage, but I got the feeling that they're not no more garbage than the Leopard 1 tanks they received with big heart from the Germans. The garbage French tanks on pneumatic wheels, another garbage, okay? And many other helicopters from the 60s. They received some helicopters from the 60s. Can you imagine that? From Germany. So let me see when these Hornet Fighters FA-18 were manufactured and designed. So see if this guy was just an asshole, or maybe those guys were from the, I don't know, the War of Independence or something, of the United States of America. No, I don't know what to say. This airplane is younger than the F-16s, right here. Introduction, they're younger than F-16. The F-16s were designed in 69 and they were the first flight in 74 or something. And these guys right here, multi-role fighter, first flight 78. It's old, but it's younger than F-16s. Introduction in 83. Retired 2019, 2021 in RAF. But let me show you the F-16s so you don't think I'm garbaging you, right? All right, F-16. Let's see if this guy right here. First flight 74, 50 years ago. The other one what? 50, the same. Introduction 78. Look at them. Now, if these guys was first flight right here in 74, they were designed at least 8 years before that. That's how it was. Between 6 and 8 years, you need to test an airplane. So this guy was first flight in 74. That means it was probably designed in 68, 66. The Beatles were around. Rolling Stones started. Jimi Hendrix were just clink, clink, clink playing from the other. I'm sorry, with the left hand. Janis Joplin was still normal. Just kidding. Jim Morrison was right. He was maybe with Light My Fire at that time, the first one. That's it. But this guy said, what? It's garbage? I think that's, I don't know. The statement effectively killed the deal, highlighting a stark misunderstanding within Australia and Ukraine amid Ukrainian pilots' desperate attempts to evade Russian aircraft. Now, military helicopters, are those the ones that were made in 60-something? Let me see. Yeah, this one, Sea King. Sea King are, again, let me show you. I mean, think I'm bullshitting here? I'm not bullshitting. I know what I'm talking about. I mean, I cover these things. Let's see if these guys have it here. This right here, I already looked over it. Right here, this is the garbage. Look at this guy, Sea King. 7th of May, first flight 69. So that means it was designed probably in the 50, 59, 60, 61. This guy right here, that helicopter. And these guys are crying about the Hornet. Now, that means you want to resell that garbage, flying garbage, right? I would say Australia stands at the world's 7th largest military spender based on purchasing power, according to Lowy Institute. Maybe the Ukrainians did not receive a green light from the Americans, but I think the Australians did not receive. If Australia offered, that means they received the green light from the Americans to compete with Lockheed Martin and Raytheon and Boeing. So Prime Minister Anthony Albanese claimed that Australia is among the top military aid donors to Ukraine outside NATO. Make a lot of money too, right? All right, but unlike many other countries, Australia has chosen not to reopen its embassy in Kiev, diminishing direct contact between the nations. Does it matter? Now, think about this. That person in the desert is your neighbor that you don't like, but you offer him water. And he said, warm water is not cold enough for me. I'm the one that I don't talk to you, not you with me. You know what I mean? Ukraine is not upset with Australia. Australia is upset with Ukraine because they not open the embassy over there, right? I don't know. And the other guys are like needing the airplanes. So what is this? Chutzpah? What is this? That tells me that those guys are not desperate. It's a lot of hanky-panky occurring, as side deals. I am 99.9%. I have a gut feelings. I'm entitled to have them like more than half of our population, if you know what I mean. They always have gut feelings. And when you come with evidence and facts, I have a gut feeling. I have many gut feelings. Does it mean that my gut feeling will trump Donald Trump, your gut feeling? Why should your gut feeling trump my gut feeling? That's why, with evidence, that's objective observation, and we put it forward, we have to agree. Are these glasses? And she said no, and I said yes. You got it? Anyway, my friends, that tells me these guys don't want the Australian. Keep your flying garbage. All right. Well, next time when you're going to need something, I'm going to let you there. I told you, I will turning upside down and jump on his freaking with my both legs, my both feet on his belly until he spews all the water that I gave him. Before it gets time to get the replenish his body with my water. I'm of that principle. If someone at one point and I get enough of that person, and the person who punches one time, I punch him 10 times harder, if I can. I don't punch one time. I punch more, not 2 times, because he already raised the bar. Why should I just meet him over there? No. I was right here with you. We were cool. You spilled the first blood. Okay, yeah. Stallone. Okay, so you spilled the first blood. I'm gonna drain you. Not of pee-pee, but of blood. Just kidding. Hey, YouTube, this is just metaphoric speaking, man. This is joking. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.